Oh,
Clear Minder, Frequency Studios, Wrangler, Trippy Soul, Never Evermore, the Lord, I know I mispronounced that, the Lord Otter, and Radar Productions. We are not medical physicians. We are not doctors. We are not giving medical advice. Proceed.
That's right. I'm an otter.
Exactly. Do you want an otter giving medical advice?
And I am the personification of tinfoil hat.
And I'm a bird.
I do
We have
way
a
too many
bird,
drugs.
we
You
got
don't
an
want to listen to
otter.
me.
should be.
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly wing at number 52 here on Rumble and YouTube. First up tonight, we got Billy Bobsack. Billy, how's it going?
Kaplow, kaplow, kaplow.
All right, and MD Boncher. Welcome back, MD. How are you?
Thank you. Keeping up appearances best I can.
Well, when you get that down to a science, please let me know how to do it because I have no idea.
If I could bottle it, I would.
Yeah. And if you could bottle it, your first customer should be Stormcrow. How's it going?
Oh,
Caw, caw, caw.
All right, and the Jingle Kahunas is still on mute. In that case, welcome back, Rondemonium. Rondo, how you been?
Been good. Been good.
Is this your second or third time on?
I'm just gonna say third. I'm just gonna say third.
Three's a good number anyway.
Yeah. Doing pretty good. Got a new job as a cook.
All right. What are you having for supper?
Nothing because I only do breakfast and lunch at the place that I work.
Hey, man, anybody that can
breakfast
make
for
an
dinner.
mean omelet, man, has got my vote.
Oh, yeah. As long as it's got a lot of cheese and bacon, I'm down.
Dude,
She's a
you probably
freak.
are more valuable than half of the entire people that go to college these days. So,
Yeah.
Stormcrow, I have a bachelor's degree in business administration, a master's degree in applied statistics and analytics, and I completely agree with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And he used it to watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Don't just.
Hey,
Hi,
I went
Billy
to the school of
Bobsack.
damn.
Didn't go to college like the rest of y'all yuppies. I learned by swinging a hammer and getting hit by.
and breaking
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, be
Screenshot
frozen.
Oh,
no.
on it.
Frozen
Sick
Kahunas.
Oh,
Jingle cocoon. Remember, guys, it's the Christmas season. Santa won't know you're there unless you jingle your kahunas.
Well,
No.
the way you're freezing up, it looks like you are jingling your kahunas.
And now it's not letting me take them off
Legends
full screen.
Kahunas.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Listen,
Smidge.
we can't say Christmas. You got to say Happy Holidays. Otherwise, the Gestapo's
Ew.
going to kill us.
Merry Christmas.
I don't
Merry
care.
Christmas.
They've tried before.
You filthy animals.
I got kicked out of the Woodland Park Zoo. I can handle anything.
They say Merry Christmas
What
is an
did you
American
do to
tradition.
get kicked out of there, dude?
Stay out.
My beard and tongue and hand and body kept on taking my mask off.
Hold
when
up,
I
so
was
it
in
took
there.
him 3 months to figure that out. Makes sense.
Holy smokes!
Oh,
3 months. That's
right.
like
You were
ancient
in King
history.
County.
Speaking of history, read out.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hello.
History and
here.
stuff. Oh, geez.
Well, read out said hi. Let's see if
I've been
Maji
watching-
can double that. How you doing, Maji?
Hey,
You didn't double it.
I didn't double it. I'm sorry.
You usually come in and say hi.
I know.
Howdy,
Damn it,
howdy.
Maji. We depend on you for that kind of thing.
Well,
You can't do that. What are you good for?
I've been asking
Whoa.
myself the same question. But
Oh, don't make it real. Shit.
Fuck, man. Why? That's my job.
It's like when you go to work and you like put someone down. It's like, oh, what are you doing, Slowpoke? He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just like having a hard. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm kidding. Calm down.
Well, let's get to the rest of the people of the show, and that is those over in the chat. After we get down past me and Maji doing some double dipping, we first got in Andrew Campbell. Andrew, how's it going? followed by Guilty Gearhead, who says, "Good evening, everyone."
Hey, Tim.
And then Tim Allen, hail all you ladies. And oh,
2/3 of you, two
you know,
thirds of you in
sometimes
chat
it
are real
takes me a
sexy.
minute to realize that's
just
you,
gonna say.
MD.
What?
Sometimes it just takes me a minute to realize that's you because I usually see you as MD Boncher.
Yeah, I know.
You, but it usually takes a minute to click.
I've
No,
had
no.
that
Wellness.
online for about 20 years, and Royce can whine all he wants. I'm not
And he
changing.
will.
I know. And I'm going to just say, man up.
Butcher,
Yeah, Roy.
is that
I ain't
Gomez?
bitching about it.
About it.
And the immortal of Yellowbeard, I'm in disguise, you stupid tart.
Also, Boncher, what was that comment you made? Triple flippy dip? What was?
Triple
Everybody's
whippy
double
dip.
dipping, so I said triple whippy dip.
I'd appreciate you keep your flirty comments to yourself. That's just me. But
Fuck her up, Buttercup.
Tim Allen says he just came from watching Royce's new video.
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it yet either. What
It
subject did he
went
cover
up
tonight?
when we started.
Has he ranted yet?
he doesn't
I do
rant
think-
very easy. He doesn't rant very often in videos. It's almost always in live streams when he rants.
Oh yeah, trigger the Royce. Ching.
Not hard to do. I just gotta say a few key phrases, bring up the goat, start saying ridiculous things about society, and there you go.
Yeah,
The
but
goat comes in
everyone
red.
everyone
You gotta-
has been
Sorry.
everyone has been avoiding the subject that does set him off, and so one of these days out of nowhere, we got to drop the bomb on him of hot dogs with
No,
ketchup.
no. We gotta simply ask
That
him.
gets him ranting about food.
Wrangler. No. Just gotta
No. Medium well done steak.
Yeah,
No, that'll
that's a
get
good
me
one,
ranting.
too.
Good mistake. Sorry, I'm a Philistine. I
It
do
could
not
be a
do
very
steak.
normal opinion. Like wearing flip flops is fine, or swimming in swim shorts is a good thing. You know.
No, guys.
Oh, Campbell's gonna go see the Undertaker.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, that's cool.
90-degree weather there.
For your loss.
90-degree Fahrenheit. What is that? Is that about
The Undertaker.
40 degrees Canadian?
That's cold in Florida. That's
No,
cold.
he's in
He's
Australia
in Aussie. It's winter.
Oh,
or summer.
Yeah.
It's about to go into summer over there.
Yeah,
This is their
Sorry.
version of June.
it's
This
flipped.
is June for them.
He's in the land of upside down and giant spiders. It's a
And
Gotta be
backward
expecting it to be
swirling
weird over there.
toilets.
The land of marsupials minus felines. I don't know why. It's like there's this line over near Australia. Some of the where they found it's like marsupials just came right up to this line and stopped, and you got almost no felines in Australia. And I watched some YouTube video where they tried to determine what would happen if they introduced something like jaguars in Australia, and it's not good.
Well, they killed off the saber-toothed tiger. I mean, not saber-toothed tiger, the Siberian, Tasmanian tiger back in the early
Tasmanian.
1900s.
there.
Everly Music has joined us. Hooner's here. Busy.
Well,
Yeah, and don't forget, about
About an hour.
about 45 minutes from now, Kahuna over on his channel is going to have Everly, Chill Kid, and AC Pritchard on. So you're going to want
Nice.
to go check them out, and we're going to stream snipe them while they do it.
Or we could just end
know,
early.
Wrangler, but hold on. I wanted to say this. There's a perfect button you can use on Royce to get him ranting. For real. Just simply ask him a simple question. What is the Federalist Papers? He still has not answered me.
32C in summer.
Actually, you know what? Read out. What is the Federalist Papers? No one has told me yet.
They were a group of articles that were published by Hamilton, John Jay, and Madison. And they did it anonymously, but everybody knows that they published it. And basically, it was all of them saying, "Hey guys, we should make a central government. It'd be really cool." It was to get the public on board. With
I'm a
the
Princess
Constitution.
Barbie.
I don't know why I thought Thomas Paine was part of that.
Well, Payne, he gets involved in a lot of stuff during the revolution. This was in the late 1780s. These were published, and I say anonymously, really loosely, like they used an anonymous name for them when they went in the papers and stuff. Everybody knew it was Hamilton.
Yeah.
Wait, so Hamilton isn't just like a fantasy play? He was a real guy?
Anyone notice it was you? Well, the problem was the reason he had to do. I think the reason he had to use a pseudonym was on what?
Not you.
Oh. The reason they had to use a pseudonym was technically it was treason to talk about making a new government. Like everybody's like, "Hey, we have the Articles of Confederation. We can't really go against this. Isn't this treason?" But most of the country's like, "Yeah, but we're kind of all in agreement the Articles suck."
Well, it sounds kind of like today. A lot of people like to use, handles online and remain anonymous because they're afraid if their political opinions get found out, they'll get in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, things never change. Funny story about that.
It seems so familiar.
Different paint, same idea.
You know what baffles me is how many people try bringing up the Articles of Confederation as points of argument.
Yeah, it's null and void.
Yeah,
I know that, but they still try.
They want a good basis to make a case. Start with the Constitution.
Sir, let's be honest here. Is that thing useful these days more than the tow rag?
What's that?
Is that thing any more useful than a tow rag these days?
It's only useful as long as the people still defend it.
I would love to go back to the Constitution and get rid of almost all the stuff that's been bolted on afterwards and 3 iterations to drive us into the end game for the American Republic Part 3. I mean, we're going to end up like France. We keep this up. How many republics have they had?
But don't you say that as a negative thing, sir? They had guillotines. We can take advantage of the situation.
Guillotines are for people who want to be fancy about execution.
Okay, no. This is America, and in America, we execute people by sharks with freaking lasers on their heads.
I want sharks with freaking laser beams on their heads.
I want
In
snakes
Minecraft.
on the ground and through rectums.
In Minecraft.
No.
Now that just takes all the fun out of it.
That's the
We were
Vlad
having
of the
fun,
Impaler style.
and then it
Come
just
on.
went.
Yep, exactly, Maji. You get it in Minecraft.
Stormcrow, you ever watched The Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah,
Or
I
not-
did. I grew up with
Is that what it was called? The Ultimate Warrior, where they
on Spike
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
I grew up with that actually.
So did you see Vlad the Impaler versus Sung Soo?
Yeah. It was awesome.
That was one of
Heavily.
only 2 pieces of video I've watched that has given me nightmares.
Oh God, we just got a dad joke. Hold up, dad joke alert.
Yeah, Emily just dropped the dad joke. Get the cleanup statement in here. We need to
That's
clean up.
fine. I don't care how much of a dad joke that is. I love it. I'm telling
What?
that to
Little
somebody
morbid.
tomorrow.
Read out.
I will admit that one of my favorite dad jokes has always been the one out of Ghostbusters 2 where it said, what does a cigarette and a hamster have in common? They're both perfectly harmless till you stick one in your mouth and light it on fire. I thought that was just awesome.
Why do I not remember that?
Yeah, it's one of the jokes she cracks going down into the mine.
That's Roro. That's Roro to a T. Put it in your mouth and blame it on fire. See what happens.
What's a Roro? Other than a roll-on, roll-off.
It's Trippy's the character Trippy plays on the Star Shadow.
Oh,
on Saturday
okay.
nights on A Drink with Crazy, hosted by Black Knight.
Yes.
Just in case anybody, I think everybody watching already knows, but
I
just in
didn't
case
until it was
somebody stumbles
reminded.
across a replay.
So Roku, I don't know if you guys are familiar when Roku goes into sleep mode, it has this interactive load where things change in the background for advertisements.
Yep.
Well, mine just kicked on and there's a big old freaking Disney castle with the little statue of Disney and Mickey right in the center of the town. They are getting desperate.
I'm gonna stomp all over like Godzilla.
Godzilla's stomping over
can't
you,
stop
Mickey.
me now.
Shut up.
You think Minnie was always that skinny?
It's
Mickey, I
just
think we
got my
did
ass
something
kicked by
wrong with
Bowser.
your accounting here.
it's
guys ever hear
right
about
next
Mickey
to
and that
the
in his divorce
it's
case?
right next to that Ghostbusters firehouse that's in the load screen. If you guys are familiar with
I
it.
just think of the South Park episode where Mickey's like beating the shit out of the Jonas Brothers for the promise rings, whatever. Purity
That's
rings.
my favorite. That's so you don't fucking talk to me like that.
Wait, Andrew, they're rebooting it again.
No,
Well, they didn't
Leave it
reboot
alone,
it
man.
yet, and I wish they wouldn't.
Oh.
they're
I
going
know
to do-
they I know they brought it back for more seasons and it didn't do well. But no, please don't reboot it. Let it rest.
No. You know what? It's gonna happen. Let's just pull the band-aid off. They're gonna cast let's see, 10 Latinos. Whatever.
Don't say inks.
Hey! What's a
They're
Latinos?
Inks.
I've never heard of this kind of person.
They're gonna cast 5 Latinos that have purple hair, shaved heads, and they're
Hold up,
all
how
gay.
racist and sexist. They're Latinas, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, guys,
Um,
it's Latinx.
No,
Represent.
no.
They're gonna
Nah,
have
we're just starting at the inks. Or links.
a multi.
I know quite a few Hispanics that
Black-
if you call them Latinx or however you say it, they will
Let-
hit you.
Oh, I thought you said
I personally
Well,
can't
with
stand
this
it. However, I think if Stormcrow wants to say it, he's kind of qualified to do so. But I'm
No,
not a fan.
And
No,
Tim
he's an
Allen,
Islander.
okay.
If he and I disagree, we just fight.
Tim Allen, I see you there, man. You're my dude.
Yes, I want to see the Kahunas versus the Cojones.
Battle of the century. Nobody
Wow,
wins.
that get
It hurts all the way through.
Technically, I'm an Islander.
Tim
Yeah.
Allen, we are avoiding that one tonight.
Holy, she's right.
Yeah, you got a good point.
She ain't
But
lying.
yeah,
I mean, that's like saying you're a basketball player when you played once in middle school, but still.
Dude, do you
Oh.
have to take a ferry to get to my house?
Please
No.
don't say that.
I can drive to your house, Maji. Don't worry.
But he wants
No.
to see your beaver, Maji.
It's
Yeah.
squishy.
Oh,
Don't fucking
Anyway.
talk to me. Oh, sorry. Again, do the voice. Somebody do the Mickey voice. Yeah, do it. Read that.
Read what?
What's
Oh,
that?
jeez.
You don't have to say the explicits. But...
Talk to me like that, you stupid piece of fuck.
That was actually
So,
funny. I'm trying to
Mickey,
censor it.
I'm reading over the transcripts from your case, and it says you thought Minnie was acting very, very silly. No, I thought she was fucking goofy.
Well, it took me a minute to realize you're standing behind a reflection. I'm like, who's the person behind you?
The only man I really trust.
Hold up. She's saying you're so big that looks like a whole another person's behind you in reflection.
I am 2.5.
That was mean, Maji.
I don't think
That
I'm
was
old enough to
mean.
be on this stream at this rate.
I
Oh,
don't
my
think
far
so.
virgin ears. Damn it. Stop it.
That show 2.5 Men, that was a reference to me. I am 2.5 men.
or Andrew Campbell says, "I live in the world's biggest island, so I outrank you all."
Yeah,
which-
you do.
To which Everly music,
You also have
asks,
spiders the size of mini.
You live in Antarctica?
So no, you don't win. I'm sorry.
Well, at least you got the first letter right.
No. Greenland is the world's
And the
biggest
last
island.
letter.
Australia is a continent. Suck it.
He lives in
I do believe Australia is
Holy
referred to
shit.
as the island continent.
No,
So is Antarctica. And
it's a delay.
Oh, hey, real quick, I'm gonna have to get going to head down to the office for a real stream here soon. But I figure,
Oh, okay. Let's see how it is.
see how we rate.
Okay.
His kahunas are
Oh.
too big for his britches.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Before
give
he
me a second
leaves,
to rip him off. I need to humble
before
this
he
boy.
leaves, have you heard about the stuff that's been going on with Twitch?
No.
I heard
my
that they
God,
started
yes.
allowing multi cross-platform streaming again. That's
No,
all
no,
I've
no,
heard,
no.
though.
So this
Apocalypse?
one, so what happened was there was a titty streamer.
Oh,
She
I
would-
did hear a little
They
bit
would
about
make
that.
it look
Yeah.
like they're nude, so they had the camera below, and then they got banned for that. And then she done like a video showing that she's technically wearing a shirt underneath. Twitch immediately went back to the rules and they said they were allowing nudity for artistic, as long as artistic nudity.
Good look at that.
So does it count for? So my streams would be okay, is what you're saying?
Here's the thing. Immediately
not
when they
artistic
did
nudity.
that, every VTuber and thought on there immediately pulled out their tits and everything. We're saying artistic streams and like drawing basically
And I
fucking
missed
nude
it.
people and everything.
Well, hell, if you go back far enough
Less
on
than
YouTube,
24
YouTube used to
hours
allow
after that.
prawn on it way back in the day, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah, but that
finding
was
that
back
as like
when it
a
was done
12,
by the
13 year. I remember
Facebook
finding that
brothers.
out as a young man and being like, oh no, I better leave.
By the way, Lieutenant
Less than
Bob,
24
aka
hours.
King Bob, aka Gino, is hanging out over on Rumble. Feel free to
King
hop over
Bob!
there and say hi. And while you're
But
at
less
it, hit the
than
like,
24
subscribe,
hours.
share, and all that jazz.
Less than 24 hours, that thing was fucking changed, reverted
Yeah,
back.
it was a good choice.
Because their homepage looked like fucking straight up Pornhub.
Also, I
And I think
finally
Big
received
Daddy
my
Amazon stepped in.
I think the
Uh,
fucking advertisers went, "Hey, man,
No,
This is-
if they
this
want
is
to
like-
do that, fine.
on
Make
this.
their own separate brand for that, and then make it 18 and over only. That way, you separate out gaming kids from this. Well, it's inappropriate for public consumption, no matter which way you
Well,
slice
dude.
it. So,
How else are you gonna get them addicted so they can give you money?
Then
Okay.
that was a lot of the argument. They're trying to get teens addicted to sex so they'll pay all these horny women more money.
Yes.
And damn it, it
Yay.
works.
what do you mean
From-
trying? They're teens. They're born addicted to that, just straight out the gate. Don't know what it
That's
is,
the
but
thing
they're
I never
addicted.
understood either. Like ever since I've been a kid, it's been available for free on the internet. Why would anyone pay? Like outside of any moral reason, why would anyone pay for that ever? Seems
I don't
like a
know,
bloody
because
waste.
they're sad
I'm
and lonely."
I'm even cheaper than that.
Clearly.
I used
Never pay a thirst trap.
to go check. I used to go thumb through them in the gas station rack and then put them back on the rack and leave. Then they started putting the black plastic.
Why are
on it.
these
Like,
so
damn it.
sticky?
When did we paint
Hey,
the
Wrangler,
Thankfully,
I
I never
sent
had to
you-
ask that
Okay,
one.
remember what we said about things getting too dark and
How
squicky?
did I end
Yeah,
up
this
here?
is now a definition.
Gotcha.
of
Wrangler,
that.
I sent you a
Hey,
picture of
Vic,
the
one-
Roku screen.
All right, so good point. We are dragging it back.
I'm not the
We're
only
supposed
one.
to be. What were we supposed to be talking about?
Christmas.
Twitch.
but-
Christmas
That was
and
like the
traditions.
least dark joke
Oh.
ever.
Christmas.
If you would allow me, I have to go in a few minutes here, but I did get some
Yep.
art from the Black Friday stream on Mike Miller's channel
Oh, nice.
when they were having the art
Ooh.
auction. I did finally get my pieces that I ordered from that in. So
Oh.
I could show it off and leave, or I could just say "Medekidikimaka" and leave. It's up to you.
I wanna
You could
see
do
the art.
both.
That's true.
All I have to say to that is Nicky Hicky Hopa Tick a half past alligator. Boom and chicka chicka wada. Go finger.
Humu humu nuku nuku
I don't
apawa.
think I could get a quarter of the way through that. That was
Years
impressive.
to learn that the quote unquote Hawaiian football cheer.
Yeah.
It's
Or
the
like the
good
Ace
thing at the
Ventura
end.
with how they had the Tongan and Samoan and Hawaiian African chief in the second Ace Ventura movie. I'm like, you thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Yeah, but it's a crappy picture, but yeah, you can see it. It's got the outline of the Disney castle, and right in front is Walt and Mickey.
At
Is
least
he-
they
is Mickey
acknowledge
bending him
Walt,
over?
unlike Walt Disney Company themselves.
Oh, down there. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they're desperate. They are so desperate, which is funny because Godzilla is right in the background.
I hope he finishes the job.
That's where I'm at.
No, man. I want to finish the job. I don't want anyone else to do it.
You're not that big though, Stormcrow. I mean, you're freaking close at 6'7". Jesus.
I
but-
don't need to be
But
big.
he's not
to be-
Godzilla.
He's
My
not
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Have a good one, Andrew. Thanks
Oh,
for
Andrew,
stopping
you gotta
in.
leave, man. Oh, I thought you said you had to make a baby and head out. Okay, never mind. I gotta make a baby. I'll be right back.
Tim Allen says, "Hey, Kahuna, your show better produce if you say it's going to be better gear because it will take a lot to do that."
I know. I'm
Well,
just
thanks, Tim.
joshing.
But half the fun here is Kahuna. I gotta admit.
Should we just end early so we could go support all the gays?
No, you guys go on for as long as you guys have a good conversation. This is a great stream and it's worthy of praise. But alas, I'm going to show off the first piece I got.
Look
This
at the pretty
is
paintings.
this is a Daredevil at different stages, like all alt Daredevil pieces
This
that were
is
done here.
beautiful, man.
And this one was not done on stream, but they did sell it as it was like just a one-off piece that was done by what's his name? Bloody hell, I can't remember now, but yeah, look at that piece, man. I saw that Daredevil work, and I was like, holy smokes, dude, I need that in my life. Look at bearded Daredevil is goated. It's a great look, man.
Old man Daredevil. That's what I want to see.
And then on stream, he was doing a little good old Conan Sumerian here, and I thought, dude, I don't have that. He was just finishing up, and I messaged him. I'm like, dude, Solomon Kane is my favorite, but I need that Conan in my life. He's like, oh, bro, I got you. Check it out. And then he just like drew this like right on the fly during stream before sending it off.
That Conan is Ernie Chan worthy, man. That's pretty epic.
And like this is all done in this one was done in maybe 30 minutes, like just little light sketching during conversation.
I wish I had not lost my old convention notebook when I used to go to the Chicago Comic-Con. I had well over 50 autographs.
Oh yeah, because they used to just give they used to like do a little illustration for you, like when they'd sign stuff for you, right?
Mark A. Nelson and Joe Rubenstein, the inker from Marvel, got into a scribble war in it because they were across the room and they were shouting at each other. Chuck Dixon is sitting next to him, egging him on. So they do Woozy Winks after rehab, where he's been totally mutated and with a little teddy bear and a toy wagon in it. It was hilarious, but they were just going back and forth on the same picture.
That's fantastic, man. But hey, I do have to get going. I love you all. Mele Kaliki Maka. Merry Christmas, guys. Have a good rest of your stream.
Woo! He's got his voice back.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
all right. So, wasn't there?
Who wanted to talk about the game? Was it Billy Bob? Or was it Rita?
I think, Rita, you want to talk about the lineup that you see coming for 2024.
Well, I just posted a few things just this morning, just so we had our brains going. So I'm like, hey, here's some things we could talk about. Don't forget about Christmas coming up. We could talk about wonderful Christmas stuff. We could also look to the stupendous 2024 lineup. I know you're all excited for the mainstream media's movies. They're going to be coming out to cinemas. We're all going to be rushing. I mean, this year was just, a barn burner. And by barn burner, I mean literally they burned all their stocks, and not in a good way. So the year is going to actually kick off here shortly, because I think it's the 22nd, 23rd. The wondrous ISS is coming out. Yeah, what a name. International Space Station. Wow, couldn't think of a more clever title. And guess what? You remember how everybody criticizes how 80 movies are so cheesy because it's just Cold War propaganda of the Americans fighting the Russians? But this ISS is about Americans fighting Russians in space. And I'm just like,
wow.
Are they kind of doing a reverse enemy mine instead of two opposing sides getting blasted down, stuck on a planet space battle? The two opposing sides are stuck together off the planet while the rest of the planet goes to battle.
Basically,
it doesn't even look that good. It doesn't look that good.
Here's what I'll say. At least there was a movie 2015 with Jake Gyllenhaal. It was like a horror film set on the ISS. At least they had the DC that called something else. Granted, it was simply called Life, I think. But at least they called it something else, not ISS.
I was so disappointed with that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't. It could have been so much better. But that's how the year is going to start. Then we move in with Madam Web, to which, I kid you not,
what?
I talked about this coming out for an episode of the podcast yesterday. To my co-host went, who's that? And I just started bursting out laughing. I'm like, well, don't you know? And they're like, no, I don't know. What are you talking about?
She's the old lady Weaver who tugs at the strings of the Spider-Verse.
Played by Dakota Fanning. And that's
she's way too young to be that old
when she came out originally. So she's really retconned from what her original purpose was.
Oh,
yeah,
my
because she was always an elderly woman.
Yeah.
Wait, read out. Did you point out the what is it supposed to be? Wonka coming out the end of this year, and then
Oh, I don't even care about that. I
Henry
forgot
isn't
that.
there
Cavill
another
has a movie
Christmas
coming
movie
out.
coming out?
What's
Cavill's
he
had a
got
movie.
coming?
In February, Henry Cavill and John Cena did a movie together called Argyle.
I actually want to see that because at least the trailer so far made Argyle look just to be a goofy romp fun.
And
I-
everybody
and
Bryan
in that
Cranston's in it too, I
movie
believe.
were blacklisted, so they had nothing to do with the writer's strike. So they've been working on that throughout the whole writer's strike.
Mm-hmm. It
So
looks
it might
actually pretty
actually
good
be
since it's
decent.
done, since it's directed by the same guy that did The Kingsman.
Also, Henry Cavill's doing Warhammer with Amazon. That's confirmed.
But that's gonna be either hit or miss.
You got to be a fan to want to see it.
I just want to see a chainsword in action. Is that too much to ask?
Well, it sounds like Disney's
It's in theory,
commandeering
no,
Deadpool
Crow, but in
stuff.
action.
I just want to see a chainsword
If-
cut through work, man. That's all I want to
No,
see.
no, I
If
get,
we
I
can-
get you. I understand. I want that too, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
If George Miller can give us a practical effect flamethrower guitar for
Yes.
Fury Road, we can probably get a chainsaw sword. Now, the problem is how a chainsaw work. It's going to be almost 100% CGI, so prepare to be disappointed.
Speaking of Fury Road, next year is
Oh.
going to give us the Furiosa prequel that's been, 9 years in production hell? Because
Wait.
apparently this is a
Mm.
trend with Mad Max that sequels to Mad Max now
Because
have
if
been
there's
production
anything
hell.
in established,
If it ain't production
If
hell,
there's
it's
anything in-
still production.
if there's anything an established property needs, it's more prequels.
Yay.
I'm willing to give Furiosa a chance, but I am going to, of course, walk into it after seeing all the spoilers because I don't trust those people to be able to fall out of a boat and hit water.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
you mean
a
like
great saying.
Aquaman?
Okay, that's a very interesting choice to illustrate, but yeah, kind of. A little on the nose.
If they fall in the water, if they're frogs, watch out. Alex
I am
Jones warned us
genuinely
about this.
shocked that they allowed that chick in the movie after everything was said and done.
Oh, they burnt. Even Warner Brothers
burnt
know
roots.
that movie's screwed.
I don't know if it is or not. It depends on what the story is and whether or not George Miller actually wrote a good story.
Oh no, I'm talking about
you know,
Aquaman too. I'm talking about Aquaman too. The fact
Oh,
that
Aquaman too. Oh, sorry.
I think their only redeeming factor is they're hoping girls go nuts for Momoa like they did the first one.
Identical super simps.
they-
You know, it's a funny thing. We're going to get Civil War. No, I'm not talking about the political climate. I'm talking about the movie Civil War, which,
Oh, the joke.
yeah, the joke, it's the only probably good thing that's ever to come out of this movie. The meme, the red shades. Richard's already cemented it. I'm very proud he cemented that meme last Friday. How'd you feel about that, Boncher? He just showed up
honestly,
with the red shades.
Honestly, you know how people talk about how there's sort of the countdown on how fast we go off the rails. Thanks to Richard doing that, that was 10. The number to beat is 10 seconds.
Woo!
I mean,
Well, it's
sorry,
not a
but
character for
Hold
it,
my
so it's
beer. I
awesome.
got this.
oh yeah, yeah,
Stormcrow, I'm taking you with me.
yeah.
What?
I'm on the fence when it comes to the whole Civil War. I've been watching the reviews and I've been listening to the early critiques on it so far. And I gotta say, it is even the criticism of the reviews has been a train wreck. I just know how obvious it is. It's like obvious election manipulation is obvious. But there's part of me that also wants to see it for free, of course, because I wouldn't give them a dime of my money.
I hope it's laughably bad. I hope it's
that's what I'm
entertainingly
wondering.
bad.
That's what I'm wondering. When they said the phrase "the Western Alliance of California and Texas," I'm like, okay,
We can't take this
either
seriously.
I'm smelling toast or I'm having a stroke, or it actually is toast.
Okay, but
Wouldn't it be funny if you get 10 minutes into the movie and then you realize, oh, this whole thing is a Tropic Thunder style?
Would be
I'd be
brilliant.
ecstatic if that was it. I haven't seen Tropic Thunder, but I at least respect what they were doing with it as a giant spoof.
Okay, hold on. I have to ask then. Like, is the movie gonna like be serious but be completely stupid, or is it gonna be completely stupid and make me laugh?
Yeah, there's
Am I
unintentional
going to
humor, and then that.
Am I going to see Texans and Californians tear each other to bits? Finally, will I finally have?
Apparently not in this movie. They're united.
What?
I kind of laugh at the Birds of Prey movie like that. It looks like they partway in they realized this is so cheesy they just leaned into the cheese, and when I watched it like that, it was actually hilarious.
Yeah, if you're watching at it as an unintentional spoof, that's one thing. But the thing is, I really do not think it was an unintentional spoof.
And then, of course,
oh come on, the Huntress, the whole part of the Huntress in there. After that, it was like they knew they were being goofy. There's no way that this was unintentional.
The Huntress.
Yeah, I liked her in the Batman comics, but in that movie, that was not the Huntress I remember reading.
Did we shift movies? I thought we were talking Civil War. Did I lose my brain again?
No, Wrangler just went down a rabbit hole.
Oh,
yeah, I wanted to say when we were talking about movies that got
unintentionally.
Unintentionally funny. I mentioned Birds of Prey.
Never seen it.
But wait, there's more. And this one, it's a real one. It's a real winner because I can't even say the title of this one because if I do, I'll likely get nuked.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
so I'm going to say it as the fault. No, I'm going to say the title as the following: The American Society of Magical. Which
Magical people worse. We watched the stream get taken down twice in mid-broadcast.
No, guys.
Hold up, so they're literally taking down people's channels for saying the name of the fucking
Not the
title
channel. They interrupted the stream and said it violates this stream is suspended for violation. Yeah.
You almost wonder
we watched the stream get knocked down twice while covering this yesterday.
Yeah, you almost wonder if that was named such deliberately to screw with critics because they knew it would take them down in the social media.
Guys,
it also takes down people who are like positively reviewing it as well because they can't say it.
Yeah, YouTube flags anyone who finishes that title.
Guys, hold on.
Brian Kendall could mention it in his
Puerto
name,
Rican here.
in its name when he did his little thing on it.
Guys, hold on. You guys are missing the big picture. You have a token minority in your group. You can let me say it.
Yeah,
That's
but you're
not
not
how it
on
works,
camera.
bro.
We can't verify it, and the AI don't care.
And I don't look it enough to get away with it.
And honestly, it's not really worth it because it's mostly a rom-com, which actually I was generally saying, I'm like, if this was like a satire thing and like just like, oh no, it's a rom-com, I'm like, I might actually be able to get along with this. But the first minute of the trailer is so it's racist. It's so on the nose, just so vicious, so rude. And then the other half's like, oh no, you gotta love this movie. It's a rom-com. It's like, no, you can't spend half your trailer runtime.
Good idea.
Say it in Spanish.
Yeah, I can say it in Spanish. What was the title in Spanish? Read out
North American something or I can't remember what it was.
Okay. What? La Sociedad Norteamericana de lo Mágico.
Okay, that was good.
Was not expecting that.
That was great.
You see?
I like how the is censored now. It's in the title now.
You see,
no, in all seriousness, what was the full title minus the
La Sociedad Norteamericana de
No, in English.
Oh.
I was seriously, I can't remember the name of it.
Read out.
The American Society of Magical
The American Society of Magical Ram.
What did American
Are
Society
you saying
of
that
Magical
is what
Rams
RAM
look like?
is? Hold up.
Oh
Or
wow.
No, I just needed something to shout, and Kahuna was
Well,
here for
guess what,
finish it off
marketing
with a
team?
woo.
Congratulations. You thought of a title that'll keep your movie being talked about and remembered, but is also going to scare everybody away from watching
I
it.
agree with Ram,
Magical
though. It
POC.
sounds worse in Spanish if you can't understand Spanish.
Listen. Our word for black, it's impossible to say it in English. I can't say it in good company. I'm gonna get shot.
Crow's not wrong on this.
He's not wrong, I know. I don't speak Spanish, but I took enough
Things-
French to know.
Now,
Things have gotten
positive.
so weird.
I got to talk about positive things. Now, I can't personally speak for this, but I know a lot of people are excited that the second installment of the Dune movies are coming out. I know everybody's
I
getting
will
pretty
like
hyped
that.
for it. I fortunately really have I know the broad strokes of the Dune series, but I never personally got into it, but I know everybody's hyped for it.
Bouncer,
I watched the first one and thought it was quite good
Bouncer,
for
did
its
you read the books?
interpretation.
Did you read the books?
Yes.
How?
See, I also own the David Lynch 1980s version.
I have mixed feelings on that one. I kind of prefer the way the navigators looked in that one. Not gonna lie, they match the way the books describe them, in my personal opinion. But Dune should have been a TV show. Can we agree on that much?
Is
Oh,
that
like,
the one
there's
where the
too much
flying
info.
fat man went on to be the uncle in Harry Potter?
I don't remember. Was he?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I've never
Well,
watched
you know
those
what?
movies.
I'm on a
I-
computer. I can look this
I'm
stuff up.
actually with whoever asked that. I think it would have probably made a better miniseries than a movie.
Mm-hmm. HBO produced Dune series. More time, more world building, more dialogue. You know, we could have done a lot weirder because listen, Dune is weird. Is it fair for me to say that, Bouncer? That Dune is weird in the book wise?
Yeah, it is extremely weird. I will only go as far as the first book. I will not read anything beyond that though, because it goes from weird to abominable in its
I
ideas.
read all the way till God Emperor of Dune. You know?
That's your fault. That's all I'm going to say. That's your fault.
Patrick Stewart was in the original Dune movie? I didn't know that.
Yeah, played Duncan, Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job with it, but I'll be
Says,
honest, there are a lot of things.
Gurney
that were-
Halleck.
or Gurney Halleck. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, Gurney Halleck. I will say that I
Richard
prefer
Jordan
Max
played
von
Duncan
Sydow.
Idaho.
I liked Max von Sydow in that a lot, and I didn't like what they did with his part in the Dune the remake, Denis Villeneuve. And I will say, as much as Kyle MacLachlan is a good actor,
Hi,
I
Ram.
don't know. He has his parts, and he has his arena where he's good, but I felt that was a hard miscast. And I also felt that Sean Young definitely did not fit in that movie either. So the David Lynch version has some serious casting problems.
But
Make
but
that
you
out.
gotta-
I thought was excellent.
You got to give it the fact that it gave me the best representation of the Duke Harkonnen in that movie. He is absolutely.
By the way,
amazing.
Which version?
The Lynch version.
Oh yeah, that was wacky. And the fact that one of his sons is Sting, that's just weird. I have to be right back.
Now, what was the guy who was referred to as the flying fat man? What was the character name?
Okay. So his name is Duke Vladimir Harkonnen, and his whole deal is essentially he is the prime example of a debauched noble lord. Like he likes to eat, he likes to just go on excess to the extreme. He likes boys, slave boys specifically, and one of those slave boys happens to be his own nephew that he's grooming to become the heir to his own house. He's just an evil bastard in the book.
It seems like it, but coming right down to it, the guy I thought who was playing him didn't play him.
Tim Allen says he was Baron.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah,
it was Baron, but
Baron.
he gave me enough to find the right one.
Baron is so, which is weird because the book is weird. I gotta keep stressing that. Like Rita understands. Like he knows Evangelion. Dune scratches that slightly in the book because listen, it's all about the spice. It's all about the spice. Like the spice is life. You snort that stuff and you become immortal. Essentially, you see into the future. And then the breeding program with the Bene Gesserit.
Really?
Yeah, the Bene Gesserit are
Where's
essentially
Trippy? We got to see what this shit does.
Well, the spice doesn't make you immortal. That happens to Paul Atreides because he is the result of the program of the Bene Gesserit. That's why he can think fourth dimensionally.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
However, when a normal person does take it, they can kind of get like precognitive abilities, which is why they can do space travel.
Yeah, that's how we get the navigators.
Yeah.
They basically infuse themselves with the spice, and they transform themselves into these really weird fish-looking dudes in the movie and in the books. And that's how, since we don't have computers in the Dune universe, we use human brains essentially to teleport, you know? And it's I would love to do the same thing we did with Bambo and just talk Dune, you know, but I don't want to distract from this.
She doesn't do Dune. She actually is like J.R. Tolkien. She does not like it. She enjoyed the movie well enough, but she does not do Dune.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Everybody has
I don't
their
know
thing.
why. It just never really captured my imagination. I never got into it. I saw a few scenes in some of the movies, but it just wasn't enough. I'm like, I saw that in Tremors.
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve did good. Yeah, Tremors couldn't exist without Dune, unfortunately. But yeah, Denis Villeneuve did a great job bringing a lot more subtleties to it and making it much more exciting compared to, say, the David Lynch version, which unfortunately the action sequences there and the battles were closer to silly than thrilling. Yeah. Even though I do like it because there are certain accomplishments that happened in the 1980s version, I also recognize why it failed and what it was.
Oh, and this is another fun fact. Tolkien read Dune.
He didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He never finished it. He had been given it by Bambo and I just talked about this. He was given a copy of the book and it got lost. He started reading it, got very angry with it, and said it's best. And when he was pressed on the issue by the person who gave him the book, he basically had to tell him, I didn't like it at all because I didn't like what it was saying or anything like that. So he read only a part of it, and he felt it was best to just keep his mouth shut about it. Oh, he did read the whole thing? I thought you said he did. Yeah. Bambo in the background. Yeah. She's been busy. Yep. Everybody says hi. Sorry, I was wrong. I was wrong. He did read it all, but he was not happy about it. So,
well, Trippy Soul said, I'm lurking in the shadows here while searching the internet for Christmas trivia questions. Spice sounds like some great stuff.
It will take you places, man. It will turn you into a worm, too. You're going to have to be the Trippy worm.
No, we don't want Trippy to become Bass Bait.
Literally.
Everybody in the chat saying hi to her, too.
Yep. Apparently, she's achieving cult film status. Everybody heard you go by and they started yelling.
Yeah,
I can tell her she's popular, but she don't believe me. She gives you this look of,
huh?
Yeah, I don't know why Dune didn't really capture my attention. I mean, it should have. It's space stuff. I like space stuff usually.
The problem is that Dune is really up his own ass most of the time.
it's technically a fantasy movie in so many ways.
Yeah, but
and it's also a planetary romance, not a space opera.
All right, listen. To make a fine point of it, this is
Okay.
my problem with Dune. Dune is all about human potential and human expansion and the human mind being free. And you gotta think for yourself, man. And you gotta don't trust leaders, bro. You can't trust leaders because when you give them power, they make a mess out of everything. And
Where have I heard that before?
it is so up its own ass.
All I can say is, don't trust anybody over 30.
Ouch.
Well, that's the old hippie line from the 60s. The boomers used to spout that all the time. And then they got over 30 and then went, crap, what do we do now?
Now I hear
now
don't
we become
trust anybody.
yuppies.
No.
Then
Now
people
it's
like me and Gen X came along and just said, don't trust anybody.
I was about to say, now I've
Well,
heard don't
stop.
trust anybody that doesn't use pronouns. That's the new one.
That's stupid.
Johnny
That's
Chaplin's first sound picture, The Great Big
Logan's Run reference is renew. Carousel. Yes, I own that film too. And I wish I could. I know it's out there. The TV series is out there, and it was kind of cool, but I barely remember it, and I don't know if I'm that psyched about that property to really go after it, because let's face it, if it wasn't for Peter Ustinov at the end saving that film with his quirkiness, that movie really would have kind of stunk up the joint. I mean, Michael York could carry it only so far.
Wait, there was a Running Man TV series?
No, Logan's Run.
Logan's Run TV
Sorry,
series?
Tim Allen. Yeah, Logan's Run. Tim Allen referenced it in his chat.
Huh.
That's why I was saying carousel and renew, because nobody can live. You're all in an arcology that after a nuclear war for God knows how many centuries, and they aren't allowed to live past the age of 30, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then you had to go in for renewal, which was basically a giant con. And so to find sanctuary, the central computer decides to change the Sandman, Logan's designation to being past the age, making him a runner. And so he has to run to try and get to safety and expose the network of people going for sanctuary. And, well, there's actually some very decent plot twists, and Roscoe Lee Brown playing a robot is hilarious. I don't know if anybody knows who that actor is.
Nope.
He's one of these classically trained actors. He's like James Earl Jones in that he has this wonderful, rich voice and absolutely brilliant diction and language skills. You could sit there and listen to him read the phone book and go, "Oh yeah, this is what it's all about." He could read the label off of a fast food packet, and you'd just be loving every word.
Actually, that would sound pretty good about now.
Yeah, I haven't eaten much today.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Ouch.
We've gone down the classic sci-fi rabbit hole, it seems, this week.
Sorry,
Listen,
my cat decided to sit on my mic.
Kitties are gonna kitty.
Listen, we went down the classic fantasy rabbit hole last week, and we have to go to the classic sci-fi hole this week. Next week, I'm going to do modern fantasy. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones, and then next week after that, we can talk about I don't know what
having a
modern
show
sci-fi.
next week?
I'm fine with
put
it
in the
happening
message
next week.
thing that I asked what folks want to do, and seems like a lot of folks wanted to come on and do one next week.
Oh, I'm off.
Yeah,
I'll
but want to, sure.
I am scheduled, so.
Sorry.
Oh no, they are not going to do another reboot of Battlestar Galactica. Quit while you're behind.
Whoa, back up. What?
Apparently, Tim Allen is talking about this.
No,
They're going to do a reboot of Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
No,
I
I'm
love
already watching the new series, man. I love it.
I love the 1978 version for certain actors and storylines, and it was just fun 1970s. I thought the 2003 reboot worked only for the first 2 seasons, and then it went into a rapid nosedive once they found New Caprica and basically impacted with Earth when they got to the 4th season.
Since I never followed along with that, I got to ask: was it an actual reboot or was it a continuation?
It was a reboot from ground up, and they did a great job.
Yeah.
But they sort of lost the plot. They really did.
Listen, I love all the series. I love it all the way. There are some problems, but it's the same reason why I love Evangelion. It just gets weird in the ways that I like. Specifically the fact that the robots are literally going on a crusade they're going on a jihad essentially.
What they did with the Cylons, I agree with you, was absolutely brilliant in the remake. The fact that they were more religious than the humans, that was a brilliant little twist to it all. I gotta admit.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, wait, whoa, back up. The robots are religious this time?
But the fact that ticked me off is that they left out one of the key things that made the first series good is they removed all aliens, and that was a deal breaker for Edward James Olmos. Said, I am not dealing with a show that's going to have an alien for the week. And the second thing is they left out, in a lot of ways, the human colonies on their way towards Earth, like you had in the first one. You came across, oh look, there are humans still alive here. They must have come from the lost colony as they were going along the way and dropped people off, so to speak, or left them behind. That was a great thing, and unfortunately, because of that, it left the reboot in kind of an awkward situation. And then to top it off, that it always seemed like they were able to get back that freaking Caprica with a raptor, and I'm like, raptors are cool, but raptors do not have a longer range than the Galactica, and they're trying to get away from the original 12 colonies. So why are they always going back, man? That was one of my biggest complaints that really started irritating me. And I know over time it got less and less, but key points kept coming up, and I'm just like, oh, guys, this makes no sense.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay, I agree with Tim Allen. Galactica 1980. It wrecked itself when they got to Earth. It really did, and that was pretty much the end.
Fair enough, but at the same time, it has a way better ending than Game of Thrones by 100 miles.
Well, Kahuna is officially late on starting. We should give him a hard time.
Ooh,
I have it. I have it up on my other tab, and I've been waiting.
Hold on. Let me go over there.
But something I'm surprised I never stopped and watched through, and it always interested me, was Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda. And you guys watch that?
I never got into it. I would start watching it, and nothing in the characters really grabbed a hold and made me want to watch more than a couple minutes of it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a few episodes and it looked interesting, but it was more like, I think halfway through the series where I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I got to see more of this. And then I never stopped to watch ever. So
now the opposite end of that coin was Farscape for me. I came into Farscape when they were in season 3, deep into season 3. And I was like, okay, what is this wackadoodle level stuff?
It's so much easier if you start from the beginning. It really is.
Ooh, you know what?
They slowly ratchet up the wacky. I mean, there was always a degree of wackiness from the get-go, but they ratcheted it up bit by bit instead of just slapping you with it out the gate.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You know the series that I'm interested into doing, but I'm horrified to get into? Smallville.
What's that?
Smallville.
I never watched it. I watched one episode because Tom Wopat was guest starring.
Well, John Schneider played his father in that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's why I watched the episode where Tom Wopat guest starred. He showed up in a Dodge Charger. And it was an episode about John Schneider and Tom Wopat. So I wanted my Dukes of Hazzard fix, damn it.
I own the first season of that. I don't know if I'd get the second though.
I used to have Dukes of Hazzard on DVD. I used to have a whole bunch. Just I would stock up DVDs. I would move, and when I was moving and bouncing around, I'm like, so often it's like, well, take only what's necessary, and DVDs would get handed away to folks left and right. And now here I am years later, just kicking myself for that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I still remember watching the pilot episode when I was I wasn't even 10.
For
I
Farscape?
remember watching. No, for Dukes of Hazzard. I remember actually watching the pilot episode.
Yeah, can we use that ballad? Let's get Waylon Jennings to just resurrect and narrate. Just having him narrate all the crap, recent crap movies, and just make his comments through the whole thing. Like, what are they doing here? It would be great. It would be a lot of fun. Just that good old boy, no nonsense, just snark. The original country smart assery.
Hold on.
Be like Mystery Science Theater for rednecks. Oh, but Farscape was a lot of fun, I thought.
Yeah, but apparently it wasn't enough for who was it that produced it? It wasn't Sci-Fi. It was TBN anyway, or TNN, something like that. I can't, not TBN. What am I saying?
It was too expensive to keep it going, unfortunately.
Yeah. And they just needed the next season to complete the story arc. That was
at least they were able to finish it up with the movie Peacekeeper Wars, which wasn't the most satisfying, but it was at least they got to wrap it up in a semi-satisfying way.
Mm.
Yeah,
I need to watch it sometime. I never have. It just keeps slipping off my to watch list.
But one of my favorite episodes was it Dargo being a Luxon when they were on that ship they went onto some giant ship that was broke down, had nothing going for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody with weapons and stuff showed up, and they were gonna start trying to salvage whatever, and you guys are there, and they were making threats. And then Dargo, being a Luxon, freaked out. So Zan reached over, turned on the video comm while those Luxons just having a shit fit, and the other people in the ship were like, "Oh no, we didn't know there was a Luxon there." Oh, but then it ended up turning into negotiations. They had this big drawn out negotiation thing, and by the end, the ones who showed up and were being all threatening realized they were talked out of a situation where they held all the cards and didn't realize it, and they even said, "You had nothing and you used it well." I was like, that was just such a cool way to end the episode.
Yeah. Scorpio was a great villain as far as I was concerned. He was a real mind trip.
Scorpius, yeah, and he got more interesting as time went on too.
Oh yeah, so did Harvey. That's kind of what made it work. That's what really kind of hooked me in, is what in the heck is going on to John Crichton?
I'm trying to remember who Harvey is.
Harvey's the mental implant of Scorpius.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So he called him Harvey. It's like the whole movie.
And then what was he always calling Rigel? Sparky.
Yeah, it had a lot of good things going for it. The Henson Company really blew everybody's mind with all the crazy stuff they were able to do, and that's kind of what made it work for me, where the series got more interesting over time instead of less interesting, but then it just, critical acclaim took its toll and nobody wanted to watch it anymore because it was getting weird, man.
But what really sold it was how well they all interacted together.
Yes.
And Bren Bowder and Claudia Black, they were just they always work together on screen so well that it even carried over to not Farscape, Stargate.
Yep, Stargate SG-1.
And Kahuna is now live, I think.
Kahuna is now live. It was Eb's fault. He was late.
I'm gonna have to go camera off here for a bit.
Oh,
Still here.
Should we just call it an early night or keep going?
I think we should keep going.
What do you want to talk about?
That way I get to listen to what these guys say tomorrow when I'm at work. And if I can, I got to address the clips, I think. I haven't been doing the clips like I have been, and I want to get back to that, although my schedule is a little wonky lately. And we'll snipe them in a couple minutes. And I just bring it back up, and Galactica 1980 sucked monkey balls. I guess I should be glad I didn't see it. Yeah, but I want to get back to doing the clips. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 5 days a week like I've been doing, because I primarily always did that on Wednesdays. And with my schedule going wonky, I might not have those Wednesdays available to me anymore. So I'm going to try and start getting some clips back up. Maybe I'll do
I like those.
5 a week instead of 10 a week, depending on what kind of time I got and what projects I got going on. But I need to get, after I get through these next couple months of my schedule sloshing all over the place, I should finally be settled back into some kind of permanent pattern, hopefully close to what I had before. And King Bob says he's watching both.
That must be a superpower.
Yeah. Now, holy crap!
The hard part is watching both without echoes.
I missed a lot of comments over here, trying to get back to where I was. What's this? Screen's not circulating. They're doing it based on this. Okay.
Really? The 1970s version of a Galactica.
Well, that was up earlier. I don't know if it was referring to that. It might have been.
All right, awesome. I'm back. Came back from missing with Kahuna, as I was demanded to.
He's late. We must remind him he's late.
A wizard is never late.
Because we're friends.
He arrives
pile on
exactly
people.
when
Friends
he
pile on
wants
friends.
Now, King Bob says Farscape is free on Tubi for anyone who's curious to go check that out.
Yep, great show.
I would advocate for that. Yeah, I'd suggest that. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that show.
I will warn that the first couple episodes are rough because it's got a lot of stuff. It's got to kind of lay out for you on what exactly is going on. But once you get the concept down, oh yeah, she takes off. It is a great campy sci-fi show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also
think
that
about
intro song.
I use that as ringtone.
I started to like that after a little bit. At first, it was nails on a chalkboard, and then I started to like it. Then they changed it, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, with the Bulgarian Eastern Choir. Yeah.
But crap, I was about to say something I can't remember. Hate that.
Oh, I know what you were going to say. Hi, everyone. It's getting late for me. I have to take off.
Okay, well, is there anything specific you wanted to cover before you go?
Not really. I could talk about something, but it's not even worth. It's not worth everyone's time. It really isn't.
Well,
we're here. That's one way to make us curious for it, though.
No, it's not. It's not worth. No, I'm just gonna say no.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to pop back on, let me know.
All right. Well, it's great seeing you all, Stormcrow. It's great seeing you. Can't wait for your campaign.
Yeah, we gotta get everyone in Dog Armament together one of these days, and just like hammer into details. Because
I can't wait to play Luigi. I can't.
I still need to make a character. I was supposed to do that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I have Yeah.
All right. Well, signing off, y'all.
Bye,
Have
Rondo.
a great night, Rondo. Thanks for being on.
Also, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, MD. I'm gonna be a GM for these guys. I don't know.
Oh,
if you
that's
told-
right. I remember you were talking with Otter on that.
Yeah. This is my first time being a GM for these people.
So
But not your first
this
time
is
as
going to
GM.
be dark and zany at the same time, I'm betting you.
So
And what's your experience with RPGs?
mine? My experience with RPGs?
Yeah, like role playing. Just
You remember he developed the whole system, right?
oh
Well,
yeah.
I'm still working on that, but I've been gaming. I have been playing and running RPGs since 1980.
Well, you're talking to a first time player with these guys, and now I'm gonna try out my GMing skills, which are not
What's your avatar here?
with these guys.
Derp.
And
It's advertised.
I'm gonna be a Weird West with them, you know.
Oh, you're talking to Bambo's Alley there.
Awesome. I would love to have her as a player if she is comfortable with it. All right. Like, listen, I'm going with real life Wild West, which is going to be like a lot of like crazy hillbilly people, you know, and cousin marriage and not exactly the best race relations back in the day. Is that fair to say? Like people didn't like each other that much back in the day. Am I being too?
Late Deadlands.
Yep,
With a cyberpunk spin, though, right?
That's put in the
Sort
back.
of.
I'm saving that for later. I don't know. I'm just gonna test out a simple hunt down an evil gang, get some money, you know, that's that sort of thing. How crazy it gets, it's gonna depend on all of you.
Yeah, you're not long in gaming, I can tell. Players are the bane of sanity.
I know, but and they're talking to me here. So
don't worry, he'll learn, Boncher. He'll learn. He'll learn.
Yeah. Just remember this.
I know what to
Your
expect
goal-
from Luther, okay?
Your goal is to have a good story.
Huh?
Your goal is to have a good story and a good time. That's what it is. Do
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you'll succeeded.
Yeah, like listen, I want these guys to laugh. Out of everything else, I want these guys to laugh. Hopefully. And
I think you'll be able to.
okay, good. And I already got Otter's character, and I can't wait to play that character with what he made. Like, and he told me, you know, Stormcrow, the most annoying thing about being a GM is making a character with the player. I disagree with that. I had fun making his character along with Rondo and Wrangler. Once we have the time this week, I would love to help make your character too. You know?
I just want to point out real quick here. Check out Chill Kid's freaking background. That is awesome.
Yes.
He made that, I believe I heard.
That's pretty amazing.
He
pretty epic.
posted a quick video. It was that and those four. I think there's four. We could see three behind his head right now. Those four.
Here the fuck
columns
open the rat
all
trap.
light up. And it was just a quick video of all of that lighting up with all the other lights in the room off. It was freaking awesome looking.
I only wish I could get my whiskers to behave like his.
You gotta have patience, man. You gotta treat it with respect. You gotta do the classic 1800 style maintenance for your facial hair, bro.
Just use hair gel.
Tim Allen says Chill Kid has the mead compliant beard.
Okay, Tim Allen, what makes it mead compliant hair?
Vikings.
So Otter, how you doing?
I'm all right. Working on book 2 in my series. It's going pretty well so far. How's everybody else doing?
You're
surviving.
I'm working on book 1 in your series.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know you were reading some of it. You're like 3 or 4 chapters in already.
I'm a little further along now.
Oh, nice.
Wait. Are you telling me, Otter, that you are not taking 10 years to write the sequel to your book? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm the fastest to it, but I am probably a bit faster than George.
Better than Harper Lee.
Who's
What I should do? I should
To Kill a
release
Mockingbird.
when I finish my series. I should release all but the last one, and just like put it in my will. Release the last one and publish on my death.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. He hasn't even released the last one.
I actually
Second to
like
the last.
I'll be the reverse George R.R. Martin. I'll just take another 10 years, and then once I finally publish, it's just all of the books in the series. No more after that. It's like 7 or 8 books after that.
I could tell you who is not George R.R. Martin. Black Knight.
No.
He does like
he's
3
Black
books
Knight.
a year at least.
I
He's freaking
so need to
amazing.
develop the hunger. I so need to develop the hunger again.
Well, you kind of get them
You sound
developed
like me
before
a
he can
month or
no
2
longer
ago.
develop them.
Well,
I'm
it's
literally
already
scared.
starting to happen again. I'm driving around at work and I'm like in between books and I'm like, I'm going to take a break and figure out exactly what I want to do. And then I start driving at work and my brain's just crunching on it. Where's this person? What's Esper? Why are they here? Where are they going?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where do I want them to be? And I'm like, no, stop.
Are you kidding me? It took me
So I
all
guess I gotta
day
keep
just to
writing.
do a paragraph edit because I'm in that fixing and polishing phase.
Oh,
I
that's
know
so
that
good.
feeling.
Ugh.
It's
I got one
frustrating.
paragraph the entire day.
I don't want to speak as someone that knows what he's talking about because I don't. But I've been mostly focusing on touching up my plot for the first book. I got the prologue down for at least 5 pages at the very least. But, gentlemen, this just proves to you how stupid I am. Actually making that story flow in a natural way. Yeah, that's where my Asperger's just takes over. It reminds me of how stupid I am. You know, it's not fun.
But then there's the other end of that, dude. The tunnel vision. When the tunnel vision kicks in, use
Oh
it.
yeah, look out!
What
If
is-
you
I think
get your
there's a
tunnel
reason.
vision locked in on your goal, you become unstoppable.
I think there's a reason why a lot of people's first book takes anywhere between 2 to 5 years or something like that, because
13.
you're trying to figure out all of that stuff.
What's weird is I wrote the first one in under a year. I mean, it took over a year from that to actually be released, but I mean, I actually wrote the manuscript in under a year. The second one took me almost 2.5 years to get written.
It's mostly a matter of me of like, what do you call it? Like, I want to give everyone a good product, and I don't want to be like the fucking Twilight bitch who gave everyone a shit product and still made millions of dollars.
Bro,
I'd rather-
the only way your writing will be that bad if it's on purpose.
From what little I've seen of your writing, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's already better than Stephanie Meyer.
I've never read her.
I wonder, did she actually end up later on writing real stuff? That'd be kind of cool to see. Is like, hey, she wrote a really good book, and then you look back at My Immortal, you're like, are we sure this is the same
All right,
person?
why are we talking about My Immortal now?
It wasn't. Oh, not Twilight. Not My Immortal. Twilight.
No, she
I
went on
mixed
to
that
make
up with Twilight.
Another
Stormcrow
romantic
said
triangle.
Twilight, and I thought of My Immortal.
She made a sci-fi Twilight after she'd finished Twilight.
Stephanie Myers is the real Tara Gillespie.
I don't know what that is.
That's the author of My Immortal.
Well, wasn't was it Gray? Was it 50 Shades of Grey or that one? Which one was based on like a? It was originally supposed to be a fucking.
It's
Twilight
50 Shades of
50
Grey.
Shades.
50 Shades.
Yeah, it was
Bouncer.
Twilight fan fiction. That's how it started out.
I lack a lot of cultural overlap with you guys at times.
You never read Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey?
I
Not even at
spared
gunpoint.
myself.
No one on here has read Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey except maybe you.
have no
My
desire.
grandmother freaking bought the books. Okay.
I like the meme that went
And you
around for a
still
while.
read it?
If 50 Shades of
I
Grey was it?
still read it.
You
because
read
I was
it?
at-
Dude,
I
I read
Yeah.
my aunt gave me, I think it was like one of the books, and I read the fucking prologue, and it was so fucking shit. And this is at me at the age of 11 or 12 or whatever the fuck. And I was like, holy shit, this is bad.
I was 10 years old when I read Twilight in Spanish.
I remember the memes going around 50 Shades of Grey movie. It said the only reason that 50 Shades of Grey was considered romantic is because he was rich. If he lived in a trailer park, it would have been an episode of Criminal Minds.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're reading
Yeah,
it in
Nostalgia
Spanish,
Critic
we
said
get to
that
the
too.
point where it just reads "Es mucho grande."
Oh God.
Oh.
Listen, listen, you laugh, but you read 50 Shades of Grey in Spanish, and you will not stop laughing until you piss yourself. That happened to me once. It was so fucking ridiculous.
You know what? We got a job
You know
for
what?
you.
Let's feed
Stormfront.
that. Let's feed 50 Shades of Grey into an AI and have it rewrite it in the style of Dr. Seuss.
No. Here's what we're gonna
You
do.
go to hell when you do that.
We're gonna
You
hire
automatically go to
Stormcrow.
hell when you do that.
We're gonna hire Stormcrow to translate My Immortal into Spanish.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I will do it. Give me the transcripts right now, and I'm going to translate the hell out of it for you guys.
We need to have one.
Why?
We need to have an AI do a rewrite Twilight in the vein of My Immortal, and vice versa. My Immortal into Twilight. See which is better.
Why would you do that to yourselves?
Oh no,
Gentlemen.
it just pulls up the meme of like corporate wants you to find the difference. There's no difference.
You know what this reminds me of? You know when Inspector Gadget goes, SI, go Gadget Translator. C means yes.
Holy
CCC,
crap.
No.
Jesus. Yes, I want to do this. I want to do this. No.
Ram
better.
asked who remembers 50 Shades of Black. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, that was a real movie. It was a parody. It was
I
a parody.
don't
spoof of
remember
50
this.
Shades.
I'm thankful I don't know.
Or a husband's worst nightmare, 50 Shades of White. You brought home the wrong shade of white. Actually, there's a reason for that though. Women actually can see more shades of white than men can.
That explains salmon.
Damn.
Well, if you think about it,
Orchid.
way back, women were the gatherers. They needed to spot the ripe fruits, and they would notice the more they would notice more distinction in colors than men because they needed that skill. Whereas men have better vision at a distance because they were the hunters. So now when they send a guy to go pick up the right shade of white for his wife, you put two different shades of white where the woman looks at it and sees a clear difference. To a lot of guys, they'll look at it and they look identical.
So are men more farsighted and women more nearsighted?
Yeah, women have better peripheral vision, 30% more peripheral vision than men do. We see better at the distance.
Yeah, it's enhanced by a sniper scope.
Tell me, Legolas, what do your man eyes see?
Dark. I see dark.
Would be elf eyes, not man eyes.
I see
Elf
dead
man.
people.
I have special eyes.
Why does it remind me of those really bad eyeglasses commercials?
Parody by one of the Wayne brothers. Yeah.
King Bob asks, how do you know I'm not an AI respond chat bot? Because you're too intelligent to be artificial.
Well, also you're a bald white man, so that'd tip us off, you know.
He's not bald.
I'm gonna have to BRB again.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Oh, Otter, why don't you tell us your DNF?
Oh my! Oh boy! Why? Why? How much detail should I go into it?
What's a DNF?
Do not finish. Did not finish. I mean,
Oh, tell me, man. What's the DNF?
The worst part, the part that's painful for me is it's from an author I respect. I actually think he's a very good writer. It's just this one did not click with me, and I think he went a bit too far in it, so it ended up being a DNF.
well, I already found out what the dude's fetish is.
Yeah, I heard about this tale. Otter was very traumatized.
This is news to me.
Hold on. Is it someone in the Iron Age?
I think so.
Technically, and he just random indie. Doesn't really
Okay. Well,
associate
listen.
with IronAge.
I mean, yeah, dude's indie, and I respect him. Like I've talked with him a few times. It's just this story.
Just didn't land with you.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Think of like an Eli Roth film, where it just kind of after a certain point it devolves into torture porn. That's what this story was, and I went no.
For anyone who doesn't know who that is, you'll know who Rob Zombie is. It's basically
okay,
kind of stuff like that.
I know who Eli Roth is. He did The Green Inferno. I watched that movie.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody doubted that you didn't know who he was.
Compare it to Green Inferno, and on top of that, add in a bunch of chimps with libido. There you go.
Hold on, Green Inferno, isn't that trippy?
No, Trippy's way too chill for that kind of stuff. He doesn't.
Well, he's chill because of his Green Inferno.
Nah. Listen, you gotta watch the Green Inferno. Okay, you gotta watch it. It's a family film for kids.
I don't want to say too many negative things about it because it's like it's still a well written book. It's just I did not like the story, and I like a lot of his other writing. It's just not that one. Not that one.
Well, Otter, hold on. Like, can you at least give me the title of the book? I want to know. Now you got me interested.
Yeah, this is Jungle Jitters. I was on board with it up until a certain point, and then,
Otter, can I suggest an alternate title?
Yes.
Do monkeys cream?
Like I said, I don't want to badmouth this too much because I do respect the author. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. What? Okay, Jungle Jitters, but what's the author's name? Because I'm looking it up and it's giving me like a cartoon from the 1980s.
I don't want to name names on stream. I really don't.
Just send it into the private chat to him.
Yeah. I mean, now you got me really curious. Holy shit.
Anyways.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am shit.
Oh.
No, don't say that. You're not shit. You're
Maji.
Huh?
Now, you're not allowed to talk about yourself that way.
No, I said I am here. As I'm giving nip to the kitty.
Oh,
sorry.
Stoner kitty. Meow. Pop.
You're giving drugs to your kitty? Catnip?
Sure.
You know what?
Oh.
She's not laying on the microphone or ripping out the cord. I'll give her a little nip.
Mine is staring at me.
Give him some nip too.
My cats are ignoring me, but they have four stoner
It's at the other end of the house. I can't get to it right now.
Presently, 2 of them are asleep, but that's for now. That can all change in 1 minute.
No, they're all over.
How is giving nip to the kitty bad?
Because it's
part of the mint family.
It's because.
Well, no, Tim Allen's like phrasing. I'm like, how is nipping the kitty bad?
I think that was back before they realized what you actually said.
Oh, okay.
Maji, you were saying giving the cat the nip.
No, I know exactly what's going on. They're jealous. They want to get stoned out on the nip too.
Maybe it's bullshit that they can have basically cat weed and they don't get in trouble for it. Fuck's sakes.
But Stormcrow,
No, hey, you can go get all the nip you want. Go get all the nip you want. Have that.
Girl,
Enjoy.
I live in Washington. It's perfectly legal here.
Washington doesn't count. That's the fucking capital of debauchery. Have you not found out what happened in
Catnip is legal in all 50 states.
Oh, wait a minute. Read out. Can we quickly talk about what happened in the White House? That's everyone's news.
No, I don't want to go into that tonight.
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
I know what you're talking
I've kind
about.
of clocked out.
I know what you're talking about. Those are conversations that need to be had. This ain't the right place for it, though. It's just
I tried to skate. I can't speak.
I know there's a lot of turmoil going on in Minecraft. It's that latest update. There's a lot of bugs.
This just in, Hero Brian has invaded the Minecraft White House and is causing chaos.
Oh, fuck.
Tim Allen says, I'm not into the herb. I enjoy liquid mind-altering goodness of mead. No catnip for Tim Allen, then. Oh, well. But he's got the mead. Yo, Spike, I got the mead.
She just knocked over the tub of nip.
Cat's gonna be really stoned. We have four. We have four cats that fight over their stoner nanas, as we call them, because they're little bananas filled with catnip. And all of a sudden, you're just watching them just like acting like the polar bear meme, where it's pushing along with its face.
Mine is currently defiling the blanket on my bed.
So basically, you have your four house crackheads fighting over that 1 pound weed. Is that what's happening here?
As long as they don't bother me.
You know
Mind
what?
you, I control how much they can have, so problem solved.
You know what?
Maybe that's what we need to do.
I should probably do that with the crackheads at work. Just give them a baggie and they can leave me alone.
Did you not?
There might be some legal ramifications to that. Just saying.
Did you not watch the South Park episode where he gives the hobo $1 and he just invites them all in, Stormcrow?
Oh yeah. Well, listen, it's Florida. We all got guns. We'll clean them out. Don't worry.
In Minecraft.
Guns.
This has definitely stepped off into the surreal. I have to stop leaving the chat because it's getting weird every time I turn around.
Well, that's because Trippy's there.
No, not that chat. This chat, the voice chat.
Oh, yeah. We're really messed up on the vocal end.
I mean, you are talking to a crow, a mogwai, a pony, and an otter with a top hat.
And then read out.
I'm just over here. I must be honest. I apologize. I'm a little spaced out to stream all day. Been hitting the books, researching for the new series on the channel. Well, I announced it last Saturday. The series. It's the next installment, and I'm very frustrated at the one book that I would need to probably answer all my problems is like out of print and would cost me an arm and a leg to get right now.
What book?
Well, who says that it has to be your arm and leg? Can you just get someone else's arms and legs to get it?
This is an interesting idea. It's a boring book. It's not like super expensive, but I'm trying to wait till after the holidays to get it. I'm just gonna wait.
What book?
You don't need to know.
Maji, or not Maji, read out. You have a library, don't you?
You know, I do have a library, and I'm kind of reverse engineering the biography I'd like to get. That's what's hilarious. I've been going to every other source and piecing it together for like the actual letters and everything, the bio I'm putting together. I'm like, I'm basically reverse engineering the book I need. Anyways, that's what happens when I get bored. So I've been reading all day, and I think it's starting to get into my brain.
I'm guessing.
Reading is good for you, man. Reading is good brain food, you know?
No, he's just realizing how much they're trying to alter history and it's hurting his soul.
No, I've reached a point where I have to research political history of the 1760s. And boy, Just how I don't like modern day politics, I don't like historical politics. Because guess what? Not much change in the pettiness.
No, because human
What?
nature is human nature.
Are you telling me that we've gotten better technology, but at our core we're a bunch of stupid dumbasses that never learn our lessons? Golly gee, sir, that's not
Accurate.
that's not accurate to our senses these days, sir. That's not modern thinking. We fixed all of our
You
problems.
call that modern stuff thinking? It looks a lot more like emoting.
Maybe you guys just gotta get with the times. You're old men. God, get with the times, bro. I'm kidding. By
Funny
the
is,
way,
I think
I was
Readout
going to ask if we
younger
can
than
shoot
you.
you now. I was going to ask if we could start using it for target practice.
you got.
Are you gonna do that the crow impression? A quick impression for you.
No, I'm not going to do the crow impression. I'm not going to copy Michael Wincott for you again.
All right,
That was
here's something random, and I don't know if this is indie or not. I have no idea. Just somebody mentioned this to me the other day, and I looked it up, and it looks like it might be interesting. Have any of you guys heard of this guy in this series? Dennis E. Taylor.
I can't say I have.
It's the Bobiverse.
Oh yeah,
We
heard.
are Legion. We are Bob. For we are many.
Bob.
Heaven's River. Yeah, I was talking to somebody and he mentioned a sci-fi series. He's like, go. He sent me the link. He's like, look it up. He's a big fan of it, and I had never heard of it. I didn't know if you guys might have.
Is it a joke on Planet Bob?
I don't know, but
all right.
So we are Bob. I mean, King Bob must be thrilled to see this one. We are Bob.
So look, quick pitch for this. Basically, a dude called Bob, to maintain a ship, he clones himself, and the entire ship is manned by his clones, which hence the title, We Are Bob. As far as I know, I haven't read any of the books. I'm more focused on you guys than anything else, honestly.
Yeah, it was a guy who called me up to talk about buying gold, and I ended up selling him a book, and he sent me this link. It was not where I expected to move a unit, but hey.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, so I just thought, I'd bring this up to you guys. I thought maybe one of you have heard of it or whatever, but let's go over this real quick. Bobiverse fans, a signed limited edition of all 3 books in a box set signed by the author is now available on Amazon. Look for the Bobiverse signed limited edition on Amazon. Bob Johansson has just sold his software company and is looking forward to a life of leisure. There are places to go, books to read, movies to watch. So it's a little unfair when he gets himself killed crossing the street. Bob wakes up a century later to find that a corpsicle has been declared to be without rights, and he is now the property of the state. He has been uploaded into computer hardware and is slated to be controlling AI in an interstellar probe looking for habitable planets. The stakes are high, no less than the first claim to the entire worlds. If he declines the honor, he'll be switched off, and they'll try again with someone else. If he accepts, he becomes a prime target. There are at least 3 other countries trying to get their own probes launched first, and they play dirty. The safest place for Bob is in space, heading away from Earth at top speed, or so he thinks, because the universe is full of nasties, and trespassers make them mad. Very mad. Seems a little on the whimsical side.
That's a good blurb, if nothing else.
No, it's existential horror as comedy there. I'm not sure what to make of it.
It's actually a pretty effective blend. Horror and comedy can mix really well when done right.
The original Ghostbusters did it, because
True.
A lot of
Evil
people
Dead
forget
films.
that was not a comedy; it was a horror comedy.
American Psycho perfected it too. The movie, at least, not the book.
That I never saw.
What about Evil Dead 2?
That I saw.
Good man.
But but Army of Darkness did it much better.
Yeah, I
No,
love
Army of
actually,
Army of
Darkness was
Darkness.
great.
No, actually, Army of Darkness was more adventure action comedy. You're right. Evil Dead 2 was more on the horror side. Evil Dead was straight up horror.
Yeah,
The
it went
first one.
from Evil Dead
I-
1 was straight up horror, Evil Dead 2 was like a blend between horror and comedy.
It's a
Then
horror
you
comedy.
then you get to Army of Darkness, then it's just a straight up dark comedy.
I like the progression of just watching the studio allow the Raimis go increasingly insane. So I'm like, the first movie is just very low budget in his cabin. They're shooting live rounds out of the shotgun. Yes, that's true. Different time, different place. They were doing drugs on set. It was a whole different time. This little thing becomes a big independent success. So the studio's like, okay, we'll give you a little more budget. And then after that, they're like, you know what? What's happening if we just give the Raimis all the money in the world? And that's how you end up with Army of Darkness. When
Read out.
Sam
Didn't
and
the
Ted
first
Raimi and
movie?
Robert Tabbert had a lot of money.
Didn't the first movie they had to, like the one dude had to go back and reshoot stuff months later with none of the actors or anything?
Yeah, it's a lot of the filming I think was done in 1979 actually, and they did a lot of reshoots in 80 and 81 before it actually came out because it was a college film that got way out of hand.
Sounds like most Iron Age projects.
Yes. Nah, Evil Dead. I adore the Evil Dead franchise. I personally never been terrified by any of them. I find the first film to be stupidly entertaining. And I know there's people out there that are like, "This is so scary." I'm like, "This is so stupid."
I was thrown way off though because I saw Army of Darkness first. Then I went back and watched the first.
I
two.
think that happened with a lot of people.
I didn't know the first two existed, and had I known, I probably wouldn't even been interested.
Well,
But
it's
Army
because
of Darkness caught my attention.
Well, that's because Universal, I think, were the ones that released Army of Darkness, and the Evil Dead like copyright is so screwed up. Like it's been gone through so many different studios, which is why they have to keep changing the lore, and it's kind of hilarious. They're like, oh, we don't even know because we can't use certain rights of the story because other people own it. But it was, I think they're going to call it the Medieval Dead, which is just an awesome title. But Universal's like, oh, nobody's going to know what the Evil Dead franchise is, so we need something generic. The Army of Darkness, that'll sell.
Just have Bruce Campbell show up
did
on
work.
screen, and whatever he says goes. It'll work.
Yes.
Hail to the king, baby.
Still the best scene in Spider-Man 2 was him just doing fucking Evil Dead with Doc Ock's arms.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, Sam Raimi used to direct a lot of horror films. Proceeds to have the most craziest hospital sequence for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like he was really wanting to go rated R, but they're like,
There's
"Yeah,
a full
you can't do that
chainsaw in
rated."
that ER. Why is there a chainsaw in that ER? Why is there, Billy?
He has to cut the robot arms that are made out of solid.
Oh, hospitals just
fucking
have
2-foot steel.
Do hospitals have medical approved chainsaws? I didn't know that was a thing. I guess it is in the Raimi verse.
Medical grade Husqvarna.
Steel.
Not my friend Jared, R.I.P. He used to play Doom on his computer and then pipe it onto his big screen TV with a connector. And then he had a mod for it where he got quotes of Bruce Campbell from Army of Darkness. So he's running around in the game there. He finds a shotgun, picks it up, and you hear Bruce Campbell's voice with a click of the shotgun say, "You'll find this in the sports section," or something like that. From
Have you seen the mod?
This is my boomstick.
Yeah,
Have you
that was
seen
in
the
there.
mod where he's doing
Oh man, you pick up the shotgun, it's just gotta go groovy.
Shop smart. Shop S smart.
S smart. You got that?
Yeah, Army of Darkness is this is what happens when somebody's unrestricted and just allowed to do whatever they want. And it's
It's
very,
either going to
very
work
entertaining.
perfectly or it's going to crash and burn, and you have
Oh,
no
it
idea
worked.
which.
It worked
one
really
worked.
well.
Yeah, it did.
And then you contrast that with what was it? The second Doctor Strange movie where he has no control. He's just thrown in there.
Let's not talk
Name
about
just put
that.
on there.
Billy, I went to see that. That was painful.
Did
I'm
you
sorry.
really?
Yeah.
You poor bastard.
It's like there were ingredients for a good movie in there. They just didn't mix them right.
You know what? Wait out. you mentioning that, I have a question for everybody here, and I think Maji will relate to this well. What is like the worst movie going experience you guys have ever had in your life?
Well, I will say it's not Doctor Strange 2. I'm not saying it was a bad
The
experience.
piano.
Piano?
Alien Covenant.
You poor
Eve
bastard.
of Destruction.
I was offered a ticket to go see a piano. Me and my buddy went and saw it. With his mom was going to go see the piano. She invited us along. She paid for our tickets. So when I got in there and I was thoroughly bored and miserable, I was going to leave, and I was like, "Oh wait, I didn't buy my ticket this time. I have to stay."
The piano.
What's
I don't know.
the
The movie
Piano?
made no
It won a
sense to me.
freaking Oscar, man. But yeah, it's a very boring, drying flick.
Who's
So,
the main lead? I think I know what movie.
I don't remember
that would-
anybody in it. I just wanted it to be over.
Was it the
Piano
dude from
starred Jodie Foster and what's her name who played Rogue in the first X-Men film? She won an
Anna
Oscar. For
Paquin.
she won her Oscar in that film.
All I remember is obviously a piano was involved, and I think somebody lost their fingers. I can't remember anything else.
All right. Alien Covenant, though, Billy. Why was it bad for you?
that movie? Fucking blew, and me and my grandmother went and saw it. And we
I got
lost our minds when there was a marionette scene with a miniature alien, and the characters were absolutely fucking retarded.
I got one for you. So my mom didn't. my poor mother. She and my brother went to see Sausage Party. Mom thought it was just going to be an
Oh
amazing
yeah,
movie
okay.
and didn't know what it was.
That's probably one of my worst movie going experiences because that movie really blew.
I was okay with
laughed.
it once. I saw it. I saw it at my friend. We were in his garage. We were not sober. We watched it once. That was funny. They started watching it again. I'm like, okay, I can't take that anymore.
What have I done?
There's a difference. You weren't sober the first time. Then you were.
Yeah, that might be it.
Rita? Oh, sorry, Maji.
You're good. I'm torn between the two worst I've seen. The most recent one would have been the new Ninja Turtle movie, but there was this one. I think it was called The Ghost. I could be wrong. It was so bad. It was which is sad because it was an indie film. But the guy dies, and he's literally a sheet in walking around.
I know which movie you're talking about. I saw the trailers were all
there's
over
no
the place.
words. There's nothing. The music is irritating and off point.
Where
all you know is he's literally sitting in the house waiting for something.
You know what? I got
artsy.
another one. It was from 2018. The Last Jedi.
No.
I
Okay,
didn't see that one.
Okay. Now that movie was my Polonium 212. I was okay with it walking out of the theater because the spectacle kind of wowed me, but I had this nasty in my stomach after seeing that one. And the more I thought about it, the more angry I got about it, and I started putting the pieces together and comparing them, and realized The Last Jedi was not just a dumpster fire. That was Chernobyl of dumpster fires.
MD.
I
Is that the one
I
where Robbie
narrowly
got killed?
missed that
movie.
mortar shell.
I immediately broke when it started with a fucking Yo Mama joke. And then
that was, I will admit that made me go, okay, that was a little funny, but this isn't a comedy. This is supposed to be this really dramatic moment, and you're doing a Yo Mama.
Okay, I did see that one.
And then
It was
the
the third
Mary
one I hadn't
Poppins
seen.
Leia scene. I literally done the Picard head down and shake.
Still, that movie is above my worst, which was 1991 Eve of Destruction, starring Gregory Hines. I had just seen Gregory Hines recently in Running Scared with Billy Crystal, which is a great comedy cop film.
Oh yeah,
I
love that buddy cop movie.
Yes, I love that film. And so I gave Gregory Hines, and I'd also seen him in Cotton Club, where he was nominated for an Oscar. And so I'm like, all right, Gregory Hines, quality work. Well, then he fires off White Knights, and then we get Eve of Destruction. which he's chasing down this cyborg with somehow had a bomb in its belly, based on its inventor, who also turns out to be a hot chick. It's like, but I actually walked out of the theater. I walked out of the theater. It was that poorly done.
Darn.
I
yeah.
also throw up It Part 2.
I haven't
fucking
seen
hated
that one
that one.
either.
I watched the miniseries. That's as far as I went with it.
You read the book? You read the book?
Oh, yeah. Multiple times.
You read the ending?
And you just skip that one part.
You've
we
asked
all
me this
know.
before, yes.
No, I never asked you this. At least I
Yes,
don't
you
think
did.
We should pull up that Dave Landau skit.
Oh yeah, I recommended that. I showed it in the one
I've
thing.
read
that I
the
think
ending.
Kage or something showed it again.
Maybe roll my eyes.
Do y'all want to play the Stephen King It from Dave Landau from Normal World?
I'm all for it.
I'm not gonna say no.
I'm not saying no either.
I'm neutral in this category, so
Otter, can you send the link to Frequency?
Yeah, let me find it real quick.
But hold on, Otter, you didn't tell me what was like your worst movie going experience.
It was probably Sausage Party, because especially once it got to the final act, I realized, oh, this is preachy bullshit.
Hey, Ram. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's all I really had to say.
Okay.
Did you call him Ram?
No, Ram in the comments talked about the very poorly named Rise of Skywalker. No, that movie was not Rise of Skywalker. That was Victory of Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
No. You think about it. That is exactly that. Rise of Skywalker, to use their poorly chosen name. That movie undid every triumph from the frickin' Phantom Menace forward. Palpatine won it
Ram.
all.
Tell them about your Rise of Skywalker experience.
Oh,
dude, that was fucking horrible, man.
I won't see it.
What else have it? What can I say that hasn't already been seen, bro? That fucking retarded ass ending where it's like, what's your last name? Skywalker. Wait, Skywalker. Whatever the fuck that is. And
that's when you know Palpatine won.
Do you have me on the? Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear
Yeah.
you.
oh, we can all hear you.
Okay, I want to make
Loud
sure
and clear.
you can definitely tell you're related to a certain YouTuber.
Oh, dear Lord.
All right, man.
Anyways, bro, don't.
All right, we'll let you go.
Who was that?
Ram.
The one, the
Ram.
only.
Oh, that's
I
what he
didn't
sounds
realize. Yep, apparently so.
Yeah, Billy has Ram.
Surprise,
on speed
surprise.
dial. Hey, look who's here. Look who has decided to show us.
Oh, he's a
All right.
red hedge. What's
Red
wrong?
with a side of edge.
He's pissed. I didn't do
Give me-
anything
Give
wrong.
me a second here.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Hold up,
I-
but you gotta do your pissed rant and like Jordan Peterson.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. I need to shut down. Yes, I'm angry.
What did I do?
What did I do?
You don't know.
What
Are
did
there
Otter do?
12, are there
Oh,
12 rules I can do to better my life?
Wait. Are you
Did
still
I-
mad I trimmed the hedge the other day?
Yes.
I had to. The ivy was getting bad.
Wait, what was going on?
Let my hedges go.
Is it about
No,
that one thing we
I
talked
refuse.
about, Herman? Like
Yes.
weeks ago?
Yes. Still angry.
Okay. Were
Actually,
you allowed to rant about it, or are you still just waiting?
no, I'm not going to rant about it. In fact, I should probably do this. Hang on. I was just in a rush. See, better. All better.
There
We're all
we
friends.
In Minecraft.
There's the hedge we
In
all know and
Minecraft.
love.
Is it okay with
Love
me?
it, sister.
No. I hid.
Stormcrow talked, so I'm back to mad again.
Well, don't worry. Give him a lecture in Jordan Peterson,
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do that.
What did I do? I
You
didn't
know,
do
you
anything.
you don't always have to talk. No, I'm not doing it right. You know, you're gonna have to just clean up your room. You don't have to talk every time someone wants to say something. You just take responsibility for yourself. Clean up your room.
You know, sometimes I get these responses from people who don't truly believe in themselves, and it makes me sad.
I'm very sad. I'm very sad, but I'm also very angry. You can't see it. It's deep down inside. I'm a festering pussball of anger and rage.
But you're still angry and raging right now, Jordan Peterson.
Yes, I'm not doing this very well. I'm not. I have to kind of build up to Jordan.
Oh, did you find the video? There you go.
Yeah, I
Full
found
screen
it.
I just saw it.
So what are we looking at here?
So this is from Dave
This is a
Landau's
pretty
channel,
accurate this is a pretty accurate recording of how the writing for Stephen King's It came about. This is true, not dramatized at all footage.
It's true and
Okay.
accurate.
Totally
Y'all do
not.
know
Well,
Dave
let's find out
Landau
for
is,
certain here. Are you guys ready?
Ready as I'm going to be.
All right.
Ah, Mr. King. Great to see you. Michael, you've been editing my books for years now. You can call me Steven. Okay, Steven. Well, I gotta say, It, I think, is the perfect title for this manuscript. It's fantastic. I love the clown down in the sewers following them into adulthood. It's a wonderful read, and I think America's going to be very excited about a 1,900-page book. I'm delighted you enjoyed it. I was concerned it was a little too verbose. No, not at all. In fact, there's only one thing that I would change about it. Is it the climactic battle? Nope, there were climaxes, 6 of them, but that's not the part.
Oh God.
The clown in the sewers. I suppose we could lose that. No, it's not that either. I'm specifically referring to chapter 21 and for some reason into 22. You know, I have to be honest, I was off my tits on Tanqueray and Robitussin, so it's all kind of a blur. Okay, well, let me explain. On page 1397, after they defeat Pennywise, they're lost in the sewers, and Beverly says, you have to put your thing in me, and then all 6 of them in a row do that. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't follow. Okay, let me be blunt. It's a group sex scene with a bunch of 11-year-olds. It's completely unnecessary. It's a metaphor.
Wait, this is a real scene?
Yes.
Yes, and he directly points to the actual pages on.
It was horrifying. I had to find some type of literary device to express the transition from childhood into adulthood. When they're 11? There's 11-year-olds getting murdered in the book. That isn't worse somehow? No, the sex thing is worse. Well, if you can think of a better way to express the transition from childhood into adulthood, I'm all ears. I don't know. Ice cream? Now it's just a birthday party. There's a clown.
Sorry, it's lagging too hard.
I mean, can we meet somewhere between a birthday party and 5th grader gangbang? You know what? I think you're right. After all, you're the one who wrote The Shining, The Stand, Cujo, Salem's Lot. No, wait, that was me. I am very familiar with your body of work, Stephen. I'm just saying this happens every time you turn in a manuscript. It's the kid at the end of, remember that? Oh, yeah, the end of Christine, where the kid has sex with the car. That was a great, great original ending. Then you have the a kid with the dead dog in Pet Cemetery. And then, oh yeah, when all the kids have sex with the cadaver in Stand By Me. So it means
I remember that.
you always have to.
I'm starting to
And by
be
me.
grateful I don't read his words.
No, that's a massive exaggeration. I've read all those words. Those
MD,
do not
it's
count.
just supposed to be a joke because the joke's coming.
I know, but Maggie didn't know that because it was.
You're happy, I'm happy. Always a pleasure to see you, Stephen. Mr. King to you, bub. Now, if you excuse me, I have to finish 40 different manuscripts. scripts. In fact, I just had a wicked pissa idea for one about a creepy editor.
Yeah, you know, you should set it in Maine. That one never gets old.
I will. Believe you me, I will.
This video was lagging real bad on your side.
Yeah, it was lagging really bad.
Guys,
That's
hold on.
That's on my
Hold
end.
on.
We are having
Please.
internet. What the
Guys.
hell? All right, that's way too many clown faces on my screen. I want them gone.
Hold on a minute.
Why is it
Christine?
Not? I'm hitting the button.
No, there was no sex scene like that in Christine.
Billy Bob, were you hitting the button at the same time?
No.
I
sorry.
could have sworn.
I could have sworn button and it wouldn't
all
go
of them
away.
other books are just a joke. The joke was supposed to be that they cut all of them, and that's why he's saying specifically they want to keep that one. And yet,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
but
now
I could not get the image out of my head of a car getting fucked in a book. I'm sorry.
hate to tell you this, but there is a Palme d'Or winner at the Cannes Film Festival where the plotline was exactly that: sex with a car. I am not joking.
So they beat Luke. They beat Bo. They beat Bo Duke to it. The rebooted version of Bo Duke.
Just okay. Now, just refresh your memory on this statement: a woman having sex with a car, and specifically, I kid thee not, and I am less human because I know that fact.
Was it the Allison 2 transmission?
I don't know what sort of transition it was in there, and God, this has gone to a very scary, stupid
Suddenly,
place.
Michael Bay Transformers doesn't seem bad.
It sounds like she put it into high gear somehow.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm not looking anymore. That's
you guys are judging me when movies like this are made every day.
We're also judging them to be very bad and inappropriate.
I
It's
don't
in the Cannes Film Festival. That means it's high art, sir.
Dude,
don't you know that?
No, it doesn't. Sundance has a very bad whispered reputation around it for a reason.
yeah,
dude, I don't need a movie to judge you. So.
Oh, dang!
I'm not gonna be judged by something I shit on. You're a hedge. I'm a critic.
Well, actually, it's under that. I mean, depends on the height of the hedge. You'd have to
I
get
don't
a
think I'm old
ladder.
enough for this.
I'm just throwing rocks at both of you.
Dude,
I'm just switching the subject.
Hey,
What's the weirdest thing you guys have had to research for a book?
Let's see.
I refuse to answer.
Well, no, hold on.
Okay, weirdest thing that is stream friendly
for all of us writers.
No, hold on. I've researched the physics of dying stars, for one thing. I've also researched relativity and how
That's not really weird.
That's really a killer for space travel. You know, I've also researched how schizophrenia influences the mind of a soldier and how that just becomes a danger for his whole squad. Or a benefit, you know, when you put a mentally ill person with a gun and put him on an enemy camp. Huh? What do you say, Wrangler?
Oh, sorry, my internet went wonky for a minute. I said that would suck being a soldier with schizophrenia, because when you have schizophrenia, you can't really trust your own senses. And in a situation like that, you need every bit of mentally sharp data you can comprehend.
I don't need the Cannes Film Festival to not trust my senses.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That's true.
Film Festival is no longer art. It is usually just trash and perversion.
Oh, and my last thing, I researched. This is for the villains. I researched how to harvest brain fluids. And apparently brain fluid is like water. It's not blood, it's literal water.
Mm-hmm. It's a type of water. Yeah, it's a fluid of some sort. It's mostly water.
Yep.
Even more so than blood. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's the weird stuff that I researched for my stuff. How bad was it?
Awful.
No, it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Well, that just means I have to go even harder
Speaking
next
of,
time.
now you mentioned researching the death of stars. That reminds me, I have to find someone I can contact who is truly knowledgeable in electric universe theory to like get some good clarification on things. I got to hammer some things out so I can start expanding out into the cosmos.
You know what you need to do is you need to tell Royce electric universe theory and somehow intimate that it's like
Not
an alternative.
contradicting the.
No, alternative to a simulation theory. Watch him freak out.
Well, who says
Am I
the
back?
simulation isn't real?
You're back.
Who's
And
back?
that cat.
My
is-
internet's going in and out. Just we actually a technician's supposed to be contacting us by some point tomorrow to get it fixed because the company did a test on it and we're running at half the speed we're supposed to be able to run at.
Well, since we're having these problems, let's go ahead and start wrap up.
I think you're right.
Herman,
what?
Something about buy my what?
Buy my book? Buy my books.
Yeah, there's something I just started reading into today. It's called Something Something and the Tomb.
Stephen King and the Tomb.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Nah, this one's kind of written better.
You don't want to know what he writes at the end. So. Okay, I've done my thing.
Otter.
Well, I've got my own swords and sorcery novel out now, called The Curse of the Star Raids, the first in England Stormbright, the tale of brotherhood, weird magic, athletic titties. If you enjoy classic old school fantasy, then I can almost guarantee you that this one will be intriguing to you. I highly recommend it, totally not because I'm the author, but I have that, and I also have my own review blog page called Downstream Vault.
It's good.
Maji.
Check out IronAge.media. Richard's always got new prompts coming up. He also is working on book number 4. Well, magazine, I should say. So check him out. They also have First Strike CD on, which if you want to know more about them, head over to Kahuna's stream because they're all talking right now.
Nice. Read out.
If you want to live, explore, and preserve history one video at a time, you can head over to Readout Productions. We got a wide variety of different videos to delve into. French and Indian War, American Civil War, random histories such as the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. Yes, I did a video on that. And we got a very big video coming up this Saturday. May or may not have to do with a certain cryptid.
Nice.
Is it Bigfoot?
It's not Bigfoot.
No, I think I know who it is.
The Hodag.
Say or no?
Let's not say it. I think
Okay.
you'll figure it out. That's all I got.
All right. Stormcrow.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to shill for Herman over there, and Otter, and for John A. Douglas, both of whom I'm going to buy their physical books for Christmas, and I'm going to unwrap them by myself for being such a good little boy this year. You know what I mean?
I don't get coal this year.
Send it
Yeah,
to me.
Plus knows what happens if he tries to give me coal.
Coal could have been really useful. Otters love throwing stones and rocks.
And if you want to know all about my shenanigans and horrors, you can give me a follow and a like on Twitter.
Hey, Otter. Apparently, according to the CSI, otters are good for unzipping zippers.
All right.
Oh no. No,
Yeah,
I see
it's
where
a
this
real
is going.
CSI, or I mean, it's a real CIA experiment where they tried to train otters to unzip zippers.
Well, I know who I'm going to be pimping out next year then.
Oh, I can see the gay jokes coming from a mile away.
I'll send you the video.
My oh my.
Sorry, Poncher.
It's all right. I'll survive this time.
I didn't realize how dirty that sounded until after.
It's too late. It's already out on the
That's
internet.
never my
Can't take it back.
intention. Well, not never, but that's very rarely my intention.
We know. Sweet and innocent.
Until she's not. Ram says, y'all going live on Christmas?
I'll be off.
It's a definite maybe.
A definite maybe. What
Looks
I
like
am
some
more
of
than
us
happy
want to
do.
do it, so I'll probably set it up and see who shows.
I have no life. I'll be on.
I will be doing stuff with family, so I will not be available for that.
Even sweeter.
Do not know, but I'll stay. I'll probably be drunk. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine.
All right, so MD.
Yes. All right. So, come on, brain, kick in here. Perform. I'm spinning my wheels. It's the snow outside, I tell you. Yes, Waking Nightmares launched earlier this month, and can definitely use more people to give it a home. So pick up your copy, pick up the other two. That is Resonant Point there. That if you're looking for more information on anything going on for my my writing career and what me and Bambo have been up to, you can always find more information there. That'll also have our newsletter, so the freebies come out in that. Currently, we do have one story left for, or one story for Tales from the Dream Nebula. I'm working on I'm working on 3 projects right now. 1 for Dream Nebula and 2 for Akinawazi Saga. That hopefully will be replacing that and focusing in. But as you can see there, if you've read the book and you like the book, leave a review. I can always need I always need people to tell others what you thought of it. I always like seeing that kind of stuff too. So check it out. Pick it up if you don't have it. If you have read it, let me know what you thought.
Maji, is this for the stream? Or
No.
the relay?
You can post it, but no, we don't need to watch it. We're wrapping up.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean watch it, but
Why is this a thing?
You must have had
Sorry,
Stephen
Otter.
King involved with it.
Yeah, must have.
well, Stephen King's got nothing on this right here. Billy Bob Sack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can find me on Only Gremlins on Substack. Kaplaw, kaplaw, kaplaw.
That somehow speaks freaking Klingon.
And sometimes when he feels like it, or she feels, or whatever it is, feels like it, looks like a Ferengi.
Yeah,
That's true.
And don't forget to check out Haley Star Bad Kitty as a good sci-fi fantasy adventure. Go on a nice romp through the underground world beneath the town and come out the other side blasting aliens with a potato gun. Check it out. And also check out the merch shop. You can get Haley shirts. You can get Frequency Studio shirts. I got one of them on right now. You know, real nice. It looks like a work shirt, but just a black t-shirt with a logo. But those are available. Also coffee mugs and some other accessories. Go ahead and check it out. And if you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like. If you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time. And God bless.
quack, quack, quack.
Quack,
Quack, quack, quack.
Hi, guys.
Kaplaw, kaplaw, kaplaw.
Here.
Kaplaw.
Up. No. That's behind. I need the one in front of us.
You know,
Here we go.
sometimes this really upsets me, you know?
I love you, Snow.
Goodbye, Snow.
So it shows up at the end.
Snow.
Snow.
Merry Christmas.
Beautiful Iron Age queen.
Christmas is just a psychological construct.
Nice. Pick up Kahuna. Head over to Kahuna's stream. He needs some love, guys.
Over there.
Jewish space lasers.